Guys, welcome to RNG. Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, welcome to RNG, which is our
Dose
2, which is our review show that we have yet to give a good name to.
Sons of Idia. Still terrible name. That's true.
That one's terrible. Really neat guys, I like. Another episode of Really Neat Guys.
Really neat guys.
It's basically an advertisement for us.
Mm-hmm. Ladies.
Anyway, so we all know that the last episode was a resounding hit.
Wait, hold on a second. Who are you again?
Tom C. How embarrassing.
How embarrassing.
I'm your host, Tom C. I do a little hair adjustment. Make sure it's
D-Marks
good.
right here.
Both doing our hair on the show.
Yep.
Guys, it's hard to be on TV these days.
We don't have assistants. We fired them.
She'll be disappointed to hear that. But yeah.
Well, we don't have hair assistants.
We will.
I would love for her to do my hair. I feel like it would look really good.
That's because she's a hair expert.
Exactly. That's my point.
Guys.
I'm paying her a compliment.
I don't think she watches these videos.
That's probably true.
It's like 10 at night and I'm drinking coffee. Welcome to RNG.
We're very excited to have you all back.
Which is our new classic review show. Neo-classic review show.
Yep. Neoclassic.
It was a huge hit. Big numbers. Ratings are through the roof. Yeah. Every Nielsen family loved it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's good thanks to me.
They call it the second coming of Gangnam Style.
Not great compliments there, but I feel bad for Sai.
Wait, why is that not a great compliment?
Did anyone
second coming of the most viewed video in the history of YouTube?
Would you say that Gangnam Style was the Citizen Kane of YouTube? Quantity is not better than quality.
No, it's the Avengers of YouTube, obviously.
That's fair. Guys, we're not talking about
I think Cat Playing Piano is the Citizen Kane of YouTube.
What about... Oh, well, maybe. Anyway, we played a game for this episode.
Episode 2.
And it's time to talk about it. We talked before. We don't like wasting time.
We don't like wasting time. That's why we played. So, this is a weird one.
Yeah, let's quick talk about this.
Tom C.
Guys, don't judge us.
Tom C. came to me about this one. He said, we should do Huniepop on the show. And I was like, what is Huniepop? And he was like...
I was an expert at the time.
Let me tell you, yeah, I was a neophyte Huniepopist. And he was like...
That's not actually true. If you recall, we first discovered this game being played on Twitch by someone.
It was actually YouTube. A YouTube stream.
Oh, yeah, YouTube stream. We later found out that... Actually, no, later in Lifetime, it was actually banned from being streamed.
Which is hilarious.
Which is hilarious and obvious.
Yeah.
This game is available on Steam, by the way. This is a Steam game.
It's a Steam game. That's
where
I play it.
It's a Steam game. You can buy it on Steam right now. I think it's probably rated M, obviously.
Yeah.
But to not mince any words, it's a porno game.
It's a porno game.
Straight up porn game.
There's a very readily accessible patch that takes it from just BAPS to extremely explicit.
So, how can you review a porn game, is what you're asking.
Easily.
The thing is, the Sons, we can do anything.
Well, the thing is, here's what I'm going to say about this review, personally. This is a very brave review, because I don't think a lot of people are going to do this.
I think there's people who are going to shoot the arrows of judgment, deflecting them.
No, not today.
That's my cape, my capote. Is that what they're called?
Nope.
What's that Toreador thing? I think it is capote.
Are you sure you're not talking about Truman Capote?
No. Anyway, so we reviewed this game. We're doing that right now.
Yep.
It was...
We played it first, and now we're going to review it.
I want to say it's essentially a DeviantArt game, because the actual artwork is all hosted on DeviantArt.
Really?
I think it was
That's pretty funny.
I do believe it was a Kickstarter game.
I think so, too, yeah.
And,
because some of the characters seemed like they were stretch goals for Kickstarter.
Oh,
well, they were probably off-beater, because Kickstarter doesn't allow...
We don't do research on the show, we just play the games.
Nope, that's too much.
So
too much research.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
First question. Did you have any fun?
I had a lot of fun. This game's fun.
This game's fun. Did you have pornographic fun? That's the thing. That's my point, guys. It's a porno game, but weirdly I'm having more fun playing the game than with the porn.
The game is actually fun. Guys, it's...
Let's explain the game real quick.
Yeah. Real quick, basically the gameplay is Candy Crush Saga / Bejeweled.
Yeah, it's definitely Bejeweled.
Candy Crush Saga for our younger viewers, Bejeweled for our older viewers.
Yeah, it's just a puzzle game. Now, maybe you guys don't know this about me. Love puzzle games.
Yeah, he's a big fan.
I love... one of my favorite games of all time is Meteos for the DS. It's possibly my favorite DS game.
I thought you were going to say it would be Street Fighter, Puzzle Fighter.
Puzzle Fighter, love that game. I love a lot of puzzle games, honestly. I'm a big puzzle game fan. And so this game is basically a puzzle game that leads to sex. It's essentially a puzzle game with a dating sim. That's what it is. And here's my problem.
At the end of the day, the dating works a lot like I assume robots would date, because it very much is you have to maximize the amount of time you spend with each girl, the kind of questions that you ask, the exact amount of gifts to buy. Mm-hmm. It's all very numerically based.
Here's my problem with the game.
Okay.
You can't fail at dating. Because there's no girls who are ever going to reject you.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the thing, guys. The game starts out with this fairy who visits you, a dateless virgin. Mm-hmm. You, a dateless virgin.
Yep, that sounds about right.
And the fairy's like, listen, we're got to get you some sex. I want you to imagine Leprechaun in the Hood, but replace Leprechaun with a fairy and killing with sex.
I thought you were going to say the Hood with clitoral hood.
Maybe. Ew. Anyway, so essentially this fairy is helping you. I think in the story-wise, she's giving you, like, tips on what to say.
Yeah, but she introduces you to every single one of the girls.
Yeah, but short version is you can't fail any of it, which I think is stupid.
Well, you can fail in that if you don't do well on the actual dates themselves, you can't progress. Yeah.
But these girls will never reject you or hate you.
Yeah.
So imagine how hard it would be to find a date if every girl automatically says yes. That's my problem.
It would not be difficult.
You don't have to talk to them at all.
No, there are actually achievements on Steam for not talking to girls.
Yeah, you can essentially just date right off the bat. You don't have to work up to a date. You're always ready to date. So that part I feel like is stupid, but I think it's...
Well, here's my thing about that is I feel like it's the same way when we talked about Papers, Please. I feel like it's them not wanting to waste your time. Because if you're not good at the puzzle part, the game would not be any fun. So you not only wouldn't have any dates, the few dates that you would go on would not be easy. You would be very bad at them.
Here's my problem. Not problem. I think there are people who are going to be saying, how could you review Papers, Please, and then this porno game? And that, I think, is fair, but we need to explain, because I kind of came down hard on Papers, Please. Basically, we actually had someone who was a little upset.
I did see that.
Because we both kind of dogpile on being not fun at all. We're like, this can't possibly be fun.
I didn't say it couldn't possibly be fun. I said I did not find it fun.
I said I didn't find it fun and that no one could find it fun. Mm. So anyway, how can we review that legitimate artistic game and then this porno game? My thing is, I'm going to review it for what it's trying to be and how much I enjoyed playing it. I'm not saying how much I enjoyed masturbating to it, by the way. Listen, you could have gotten rid of all the sex and I still would have had fun.
Well, here's a big...
That's a big thing.
Here's a number... Well, that is true. I agree with you on that. But here's a number one thing that I think needs to be addressed. Is that one of the things I think you didn't like about... Well, one of the things that you didn't like about Papers, Please was the color scheme. But if you compare the same things about this game with the stuff that I said about Civ 5... about how the color scheme is very appealing, very attractive looking. There's a lot of shiny, colorful objects that are designed to like kind of keep your attention.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the same kind of stuff. So like as you're playing this game and you're going to different areas and you're completing all the different puzzles, the stuff that is there to look at is very appealing to the eye. Whereas Papers, Please was very not colorful and also very jarring.
Yeah, this game definitely is a pick up and play game.
Yeah.
Because essentially the game is divided into 9 to 12 stories.
Yeah.
You know? Let's quick talk about the girls in the game. First of all, I want to say this.
Can we hold off? Because I feel like that's going to be the major part. I feel like that's going to be the majority of this review.
Well, I want to say this. The artwork in-game is poor compared to the artwork in the CGs.
Really? I almost thought it was the opposite.
What, are you joking? Are you, like, making a joke?
I thought
the pictures you get sent are good. The girls in-game, like, as you're talking to them, are bad.
I think it's the opposite, honestly.
What, are you crazy? They look like DeviantArt here in the game. Then when you get the pictures, they look good.
I think the proportion seems a little off in some of the pictures, CG pictures.
I don't agree with that.
They're hot, but I just don't think
we're not allowed to use words like hot, sex.
They're appealing. I don't think they're as appealing as the regular girls are.
I also would like to go back in time and have you not say clitoral hood, if that's possible. Honestly, I don't think anyone needed to hear that.
Listen, it exists. Find it, guys. Anyway.
Okay, so what are we going to talk about then? Because I think we should talk about the girls.
All right, well, we'll go right into it.
That's fine. It's not a major... It's not even the most major part, but there's basically archetypes of every anime or, like, comic book character idea.
There are 9 basic girls.
Oh, yeah, basic.
Well, basic in the sense that... Yeah, basic in the sense
9
that...
starter women.
Basic in the sense that they're you know, they're not unlockable girls.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then you have 3 unlocks. Mm-hmm. Essentially.
Yeah.
So let's just go right into it. Best girl.
The best non-unlockable.
Yeah.
Best non-unlockable is Aiko.
Okay.
The Japanese teacher who's also a pervert.
My personal preference is Belly.
No, you're wrong.
The Indian yoga instructor. It's a little on the nose, guys.
I don't. Okay, listen. None of the characters are believable or realistic. Obviously, it's
No, it's hilarious because there's a Japanese girl, Aiko, and there's a Mexican girl, Kiana, and they're like unique gifts that you give them. Guys, when you talk to girls...
Oh, this game's super racist, by the way.
No, it's hilarious.
It's racist and sexist. Don't get us wrong.
You give girls special unique gifts, which increases the number of like special points you get from talking to them. Mm-hmm. And the Mexican girl and the Japanese girl, both of their special items are just Mexican items and Japanese items.
Like sombreros. Like
a luchador mask.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Samurai helmet.
There's a bunch of... Like, this game has a bunch of crap in it. Because here's the deal. There's also leveling up, which your character does. Mm-hmm. Your character has different skills. There's items in game which you have to unlock, which help you actually do the puzzle elements. This game's got weird amount of depth in areas.
It's actually very
in areas,
and winning is very satisfying, which is nice.
Which is weird.
When you complete a puzzle and you actually and you fall into... First of all, you are very much punished in this game for not having a good set of items.
Yeah,
and not using items
you must have items. Items are a major point. You can't beat the game without good items.
You want to talk about items?
Okay, what kind of...
What's your... So you get 6 items per date, guys.
So you get 6 items in your date category.
Right.
Not gift items. They're items for dates.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So basically, well, now I got to kind of talk about tokens too. What would you call those? Tokens? Icons?
Tokens. I think they're called tokens in game.
Okay. So the tokens are the things you can match up. Mm-hmm. You have like 4 normal ones. Then you have stuff like passion, which increases how many points you get from each thing.
Multipliers, yeah.
You get something for time, how many moves you can make.
The joy tokens.
You get something,
sentiment tokens.
You get sentiment, which is how many items you can use. So here's what I do. Okay. Here's my role. My thing.
Give me your loadout.
Okay.
The date loadout.
First item we use is you need to have 3 sentiments. Right?
Oh, I already know what you're talking about. This is the best item in the game.
Blue suede shoes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So those, you use it, and every time you get a match of 4, you get...
3 sentiment.
3 sentiment, which is outrageous, because you need that.
That one's great.
So I use that. Then I use the thing that... Oh, there's also broken hearts, which reduces the amount of points you get.
Yeah.
So I use that
by
first.
a lot.
And then, by a huge amount. You can reduce it with a skill. And then I use the... there's one that turns all broken hearts into joy tokens.
Yeah.
That's what I use. And then there's one that turns... It gives you points for every 2 joy tokens you have.
Extra moves.
Extra moves for every 2.
Yeah.
Then there's one that uses all your joy tokens for more.
Okay.
So I use that. And then I also have... one turns a thing into power tokens.
Okay. Here's my setup. I have the blue suede shoes, because that's obviously great.
Yeah.
So what I do is, I get... Blue suede shoes are first. Then I use... I think they're leopard heels. They are... Whenever you get a match of 4 and more, you get an additional turn.
You love tapping that table.
Sorry. Whenever you get a match of 4 or more, you get an additional turn, which is incredibly great. Then,
that's obviously great.
Yeah. Then
what have I been doing?
I do the one that you were talking about that turns all broken hearts into joy tokens. Mm-hmm. Then I do the one that consumes all your joy tokens.
Right.
And then I finish her off with the pearl necklace.
I don't remember what that is.
Pearl necklace is my favorite item probably. It's you lose all your sentiment, and then for every sentiment that you have, you gain 1% towards the maximum amount of your date. So when I use it...
that's great.
Yeah, I get like 25% when I use it. I finish like every date off with that.
Yeah, that's great.
It's super useful.
You can finish off every date
with a pearl necklace.
With a pearl necklace.
Because the thing is, guys, when you do well on dates, you get more money, which you use to buy gifts for people.
Yeah.
So it's like a cyclical thing of you go on dates and you receive money, which is what I wish my job was.
Yeah.
You get money to go on dates.
But, yeah. And it's a weird situation where you're going to be out of money and you'll be like, I need to go on a date.
Yeah. And so you use that to buy gifts, which increase your points, which make you better on dates so that you can get more money to go. Yeah. So it's a whole cyclical thing.
It's honestly a pretty well-constructed system.
But the more turns you have at the end of the game, at the end of a date, the more money you get.
Yeah.
So that's why I like using the pearl necklace, because it doesn't count as a turn.
Yeah.
So it just helps you get a little extra money.
Does sentiment count as a turn?
Yes.
Does passion?
Yeah. Everything counts as a turn except for joy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. No, the problem is this game is really satisfying from a puzzle sense. I would say it's maybe too easy. Especially with items.
I like the items because it at least makes it feel a little more in depth than just...
no, it's necessary, but the game is perhaps too easy. I've beaten the game. We both beaten the game. You haven't gotten all the girls yet.
No, not yet.
By the way, my favorite, we only said... We're going to go back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm in a mode called Alpha Mode, which wasn't in it when I first played it. They actually have been good about patching. The last patch came out on Valentine's Day,
which is fine.
I'm hoping they release more or release DLC, because it seems like it would be easy to do. This game is actually kind of, unfortunately, flawed from a production standpoint by having voice actresses.
Yeah.
Which is obviously necessary, but if they didn't have that, they could be pumping out DLC all day. Actually, the voice for Audrey regularly goes on a certain image board.
Oh, that's fine.
She actually posted on Vocaroo one time. Anyway, yeah, that update was great. I'm glad they're still supporting the game. I have a feeling... Audrey. Yeah, she's the worst. I have a feeling they're probably going to be either making a second one right away. They're going to be pumping these out. Because it did well, and also the controversy of being banned on Twitch, it's got to help.
Yeah.
Because there was a while where it was being played, everyone was playing it on Twitch. Which is great.
No, it's funny, too.
This game is not to be taken seriously.
No, it's a pick up and play game.
We're not going to talk about if it's sexist because it is.
Yeah.
We're not. The fairy is way racist, by the way.
Here's what. Oh yeah.
Not even like a little.
No,
bit.
she straight up says she has yellow fever at one point.
She's like actually racist. Like in a bad way.
One thing I do appreciate, and this is going to be really weird, but I feel like this game it does have a really healthy attitude towards sex. It's not like a really taboo thing. It's not like it's a, oh my goodness, we're going to have sex. It's just like, yeah, we're going to fuck. Who cares?
I mean, yeah.
I like that. I feel like that's, obviously it is very racist, but I feel like that aspect is very positive.
I hate to say it, but I assume all porn games are very sex positive.
Fair point.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to... Well, there's probably a lot of games like that. The thing is, on Steam, there's a lot of visual porn novels now, too. We're entering the age of weeaboo on Steam. Yeah, we might be in the golden age of weeaboo. But you have games like Sakura Spirits and Sakura Angels. You have all these...
Hayatu Boyfriend.
Yeah, that game's about pigeons.
Yeah.
We have all these,
well, it's a porn game about pigeons.
I don't know that it's porno.
I don't think... I was just making a joke.
We have weeaboo games, and now, this is there, too.
Guys, don't be offended about weeaboo. It's not an offensive term.
I had a friend who was offended by the term weeaboo.
Oh, I know. That's why I said
I'm telling them that. It's a funny term. It's not really. Anyway. That's fine. I'm glad they exist. It's allowed to exist. But... whatever. Yeah. These games are obviously not made to be progressive.
This is not Papers, Please.
It's not Papers, Please. That's why I feel like we're showing our versatility.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why does this motion mean versatility? My cojones.
You have it in your hands, too. Yeah, so let's talk about the girls.
Are you a bad person for playing this game?
No. I don't think so.
Of course. That's what we're saying, guys. I wasn't worried. Let's talk about the girls. We talked about Aiko. We talked about Kiana. It's been a few days since I played.
Oh, and I do like the fact that there are actually two moms in this game.
Two single mothers.
Oh, man. Are you ready to have your mind blown?
I don't like this.
Jessie, the blonde MILF, she's Tiffany's mom.
I had a feeling that was probably true.
Because they both have the last name. Their last name is both May. Tiffany is totally Jessie's daughter.
That's
also
smart.
Also, Jessie makes me really depressed, guys.
You know what? Future update, 3 ways. No-brainer. Absolutely a no-brainer.
Yeah, no, definitely.
If I was in charge of this Huniepop thing, we'd be rich.
Oh, also, it's hilarious because this is like the setup for this game is also pretty much coincidence the game because everyone
just happens to be talking to everyone else.
Yeah. No, and everyone knows each other too for the most part.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, we're going over girls. So we talked about Kiana and whatever.
Kiana is a Latina. She's a fitness chick.
Yeah.
She's got a little boy.
She's got a
little boy.
I didn't know what the gender of the kid was. Didn't pay attention to that.
Baby boy.
We got Tiffany. She's a high school student.
She's a college student.
Whatever. She likes cheerleading.
And going to raves.
Well, bleh.
Blech.
Blech. Blech. You got Audrey, who's just an asshole.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
She's described by Q, who we'll go into later, as a mega bitch.
Yeah.
That's it. She's just mean to people. She does
drugs a lot.
Loves doing drugs. And she hates every other girl in the game. She's supposed to be like the one who's like the most confident, but I don't agree with that.
No.
She's essentially
Lola's most confident by far. Lola's fucking right there.
Oh, we'll talk about that too.
Yeah.
Well, Lola.
Yeah, Lola is the black chick. Now, Lola's
got an afro. Come on. She's like straight from the 70s.
No, I really think they modeled her off of
Pam Grier?
Yeah, in Jackie Brown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because she's an airline
stewardess. She had a movie called Foxy Brown and Jackie Brown?
Yeah, I think so.
It's kind of racist.
Jackie Brown was the Tarantino movie. I actually like the movie a lot. Regardless.
She's a stewardess.
She is a stewardess.
So you give her stuff relating to travel, I think?
Yeah. Yeah. But she's very ambitious. She's very confident in herself. She loves spurts.
Spurts. Yeah, they all love spurts, by the way.
They all love spurts.
They all love spurts, by the way.
You got Nikki. She's the...
I've forgotten who that is.
The shut-in nerd.
Oh, yeah. She's the worst. She's not the worst, but I didn't like her one bit. It was a chore to do her story.
Oh, no. It was more of a chore for me to do Audrey. I at least got where Nikki was coming from.
Yeah, I mean, she's
but
like...
Audrey was just like... Ugh.
She's like supposed to be the video game nerd who like is a hermit who doesn't
like
out.
people. Yeah.
Anywhere she goes, well, I've never been here before. Or like, I never go to these kind of places. And you're like, I met you at Lusty's nightclub. I guess you go to these kind of places.
Yeah.
What a coincidence. I caught you on the one day you went here. Yeah, right.
Come on.
No, I don't normally go to this brothel. I just happen to be here today.
Then there's Belly. She's the yoga instructor.
Yeah, she's like a shy girl.
She's just very innocent, I would say.
I think she's the one everyone likes because they're like...
She's very sweet. She's very sweet.
Heart.
She's very sweet.
Yeah. I never liked her. She seemed a little too timid. Guys, Tom C. hates timid people. Hates shy people. Confidence. That's what's important.
I don't think she's shy. She's definitely insecure. I don't know if she's very shy, though.
She doesn't want to wear a two-piece bathing suit.
She looks really good in that two-piece bathing suit.
Listen, she's not a real person.
That picture looks good, though.
Listen, that's not what we're talking about. Who's Rez?
We have Jessie. Guys.
Jesse's a porno star.
Let's talk about Jessie.
She's a webcam whore right now.
Let's talk about Jessie real quick. I think Jessie is incredibly depressing in the game.
Jessie was the second chick that I had a conquest with.
Really?
Yeah. She's a MILF, a porno star who's like probably around her 40s or 50s.
She's 36.
Ugh. She had a kid when she was, what, 12?
Probably 18.
No, that can't. Okay.
Tiffany's 18.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, you for some reason have
I don't know why.
A very sad situation.
There's a narrative that I kind of popped into my head when I was hearing about her talk.
We're all about role playing.
Well, because like when you hear her talk about stuff, so when you talk to girls, guys, in real life, not just in this game, they might ask you questions about your opinions on things.
That's doubtful.
And one of the things that she asked about is like, she's like, oh, what's the most important thing in the world to you? And the correct answer, and there's correct answers, not correct answers.
Yeah.
But the correct answer that she wants to hear is family, and she's like, oh, I think family's important too. I have a daughter, but she doesn't really talk to me anymore. And I'm like, ooh, that's not good. And then her special items that you give her is Christmas stuff, and she loves December, and everyone's just like, and I'm just kind of like, you only get to see your daughter at Christmas, don't you? That's the reason why.
I think that's a jump. I think everyone loves Christmas.
I don't know.
For
She's
some
also
reason,
clearly an alcoholic.
For some reason, you can't give her sex toys, even though you do get those.
Yeah, those are for you.
Yeah, that's like right. She should also get them though. There should be some overlap.
But there is a lot of overlap for most of the gifts. It's just the unique gifts there's not.
Do I really believe that Nikki, the video game nerd, probably wouldn't like some Japanese stuff?
I don't know. She might like American games. Who knows?
Nah, whatever. Anyway, so that's Jessie. She's fine. I've forgotten the other one.
Q. We didn't talk about her yet.
Is she one of the original 9?
Yep.
Q is your fairy god something.
God fuck buddy.
Basically, she comes there to give you advice on how to get with girls. Eventually, you can do it with her once you complete one mission.
Yep. Mission meaning fuck a girl.
Her personality is nymphomaniac.
Yep.
She likes sex a lot. You buy her sex toys.
She's a fairy.
Yeah, there's not really much to say there. She's a racist. She will talk smack about other girls. She'll ask you weird questions about other girls.
That's true.
Like
so does Venus too, though.
We haven't gotten there yet.
I'm just saying.
Basically, she's very open about everything, including her. Never mind. Yeah, and then you can unlock things. There are secret unlocks based on items, and there's also one unlock based off of
completing all 9 girls.
Yeah, which is cool. I like that it's not so obvious.
Yeah.
Because you essentially unlock every other girl by meeting a girl. The last girl, which is Venus, the goddess of basically Q's boss.
Yeah.
Is you get from doing every other chick. You get one chick from throwing fish out at the beach.
Of course.
And you get another girl from having an alien part near the beach at night.
Of course.
Which you have to obtain an alien part by giving Q a box of tissues, and you have to buy fish when they randomly come up in the gifts.
As the food, yeah.
No, they're an item. It's a bag of fish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that, I think, that's something you might not have known. You probably wouldn't have been able to figure it out.
Yeah.
I like that there are secrets. I like that that's thought out.
Yeah, it's neat. There's not much about it.
There's a ton of things. They added achievements in the most recent update. There's a lot of stuff to do. There's a lot of neat ideas there. There's a strange amount of depth for this DeviantArt Kickstarter porno game.
How
much did it cost?
I think it was $8.
Would you pay $8 for this game?
There's nothing to hate here, guys.
I mean, you can be opposed to the concept. for sure. You could be not interested in pornography. That makes sense. But if you removed the porno, this would be a charming puzzle game.
It would be
a smutty, charming puzzle.
It would be a fine dating sim, puzzle dating sim.
I mean, the dating aspect is not great. I don't feel like it's a good dating sim, guys. I haven't played a ton of dating sims, but I feel as though if you can't fail them, they're not good.
I guess that's fair.
Because that's not how dating works. Isn't the main part of dating the possibility of failure?
Yeah, you're not wrong, but it's a fun game, guys.
It's fun. Did we miss anything?
I feel like we did, but I don't think that we did.
I would love updates. I would love DLC for this game. I would absolutely pay for DLC.
Yeah.
I don't feel like $8 was crazy.
No, I don't think so.
I don't feel like it was crazy.
If you want to, wait till it goes on sale. I guess we're already doing recommendations. Wait till it goes on sale. If you're on the fence and our glowing recommendation is not enough.
Well, here's my problem.
Okay.
What's your problem? I didn't recommend Papers, Please, right? And did you recommend Papers, Please?
I recommended it for on sale. Okay.
So, would I recommend people to play this game? Would I recommend everyone to play this game?
No.
No, of course not.
No.
Of course not. So, we talked last time about maybe partial recommendations. I would not recommend that everyone on Earth play this game.
This is another sale game for me. I think you buy this on sale. I think you buy this for $5 on sale.
I think a majority of people should not play this game and would hate this game. I feel like so many people would feel gross playing it.
Well, okay.
I think you got to get over your own stigma.
I think the core gameplay, I think a lot of people would enjoy. But I think yes.
If you like puzzle games.
Yeah, exactly.
I am telling you, it's a kind of robust puzzle game.
It's not a bad puzzle game.
It's not Tetris Attack. It's not Meteos. It's not any of those things. But it's a fun, I would say, not challenging puzzle game.
Sex is kind of hard.
Sex is very hard.
Yeah.
Like in real life. We didn't explain that. The sex minigame is the puzzle game, but they make it even easier.
Yeah.
But also you have to do it faster because your points are constantly draining.
Yeah.
They give you way more combos and stuff, but it's actually pretty intense.
Yeah.
It actually does a good job.
And it wants to distract you with certain visuals.
Yeah, which is smart. I feel like that's well thought out. I feel like there's a million
I like how the girls get sweaty in the middle of it.
I never am able to look.
And it's hard.
That's what she said. The thing is, there's a million games like this, and I don't think we're going to ever talk about any of those. Because there's something about this game that's a little bit more polished, a little bit more there than those other random DeviantArt Kickstarter games.
Again,
it's not a Flash game. It's
again, it feels good. Success feels good in this game, which I think is very important. At the end of the day, it feels good to win. At the end of the day, it feels good to unlock new items.
Not even from a porno sense.
Exactly. It feels good to unlock new items, to successfully finish dates. What else do you need?
Yeah, I have a hard time explaining to you guys that this isn't just us being perverts. This game is actually fun. If you like puzzle games, it's a good puzzle game. I feel like
this entire review is just us trying to defend it ourselves.
I feel like people are going to look at us and be like, "You guys are perverts," and that's going to be your summary, whatever dismissal of us. And it's not fair. I mean, yes, I bought this game for perverted reasons, of course.
I bought it strictly for the show.
Strictly for the show. So you can't even blame him. How many hours do you have in this game?
9.
I have 10.
Yeah, 9 or 10.
And that's how long it took me to get 76%.
I'm actually at 76% too.
Yeah. Because you can unlock new outfits for girls, you can unlock new items for girls.
Oh, you really unlock some outfits.
Yeah, you unlock new hairstyles. There's a lot of depth for some reason.
It's
a great game.
They want you to keep playing it. There's nothing wrong with that.
For $8, if this is your kind of thing, this would be a great purchase.
I say there's nothing to hate about this game. If you like puzzle games, you're gonna love this game. As at least the core gameplay of it.
If you're interested in puzzle games and if you're not into sex, don't buy this game.
Play Puzzle Fighter.
Everyone should play Puzzle Fighter, by the way. Yeah, I that's my only thing. I can't recommend it for everyone, but if you're interested at all in this kind of the anime eroticism, which I hate to say on a show that we do.
Eroge?
I'm not going to say your Japanese words.
That's what it's called. It's the proper term.
If you're interested in that, and puzzles, it's a home run.
Yeah.
I like
out of the park.
It's true though. That's all I can say. I recommend it to people like that. Yep. Not for everyone, but it's a great game if you're into that.
Probably the Papers, Please crowd is going to like this. I feel like there's going to be a lot of overlap there.
Guys, I'm trying to show my versatility as a reviewer. We can review serious artsy games like that, and also complete nonsense Flash games like this. Although I will say this, our current run of reviews has been very indie focused, and that's not changing.
Not so far.
So far, this should be a random indie game.
I like that.
Well, no, we're going to do real games too. Guys, if you liked this video, if you liked what we did today, you should like this. Guys, if you want to conversate about this video, if you don't agree with something I said, or he said, comments.
We're not afraid. We'll take you.
Yeah. If this is your first video of us, which would be weird, hey, you should subscribe. Do that. Totally do that. Favorite this video if it's your favorite thing you've ever seen. There probably will be some footage of the game in, which may be pornographic and you'll want to watch later. You know that.
Guys, guess what? In the next thrilling episode of RNG, we're going to be covering Hotline Miami 1 and 2, the recently released sequel. So stay tuned for that. It'll be out in about 2 weeks.
We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like. And if you also like this video, why don't you subscribe? Click the annotations down below to watch some of the other series that are going on right now. And thank you guys so much for watching again.